Welcome back to Tuesday night's bucket list.
Now, unless it's a part of your life, you may not have heard of celiac disease. It's a condition that affects about 1% of people in the UK, but may go undiagnosed in many others. It's a digestive condition triggered by consuming gluten.
And when Kate Hardy's son William was diagnosed with the disease, she did something rather special to raise awareness. She wrote a cookbook especially for him.
The initial thing that we noticed something wasn't quite right was that William was quite poorly in himself. He had a very distended tummy. It would be once a day, and it caught us out so many times, visiting play centres and visiting friends, etc. We just thought after 4 months and toing and froing to the doctors that there must be something more to this. With a little bit of pushing, we did get them to look into what the problem was, and they did a blood test, and the blood test came back they had the celiac disease. When we got the diagnosis, it's heartbreaking, but at the same time it was really, really positive to get answers. Approximately it takes people about 11 years to get diagnosed, so we were lucky that at 18 months we knew what the problem was and could do something about it. If undiagnosed, it can also then lead to certain types of cancers too. So it's a very serious condition. I built up a stockpile of recipes for various occasions, from breakfast to picnics to lunchbox to evening meals, but something that the whole family could eat together so that he wouldn't feel different. I had that element already there. I was quite creative, like attention to detail, and I also have a big passion for cooking, baking, and I've got the added interest and necessity to cook and make inspiring food for William. Between those three elements, I just found this the perfect opportunity to write a book. On the top, we've got smoked salmon rolls filled with a cream cheese and lemon and a bit of cracked black pepper and some spinach. Great for kind of picnics. On the next one, we have some little pasties that were inspired by something when I was growing up, filled with smoked bacon, mushrooms. Then on the bottom, we've got chocolate brownies, which are filled with beetroot and raspberries on top. And this one, little indulgent for the weekend, and it's triple chocolate with edible flowers. Whilst many people that write books have a great team behind them, I've taken complete control of the whole process. I think it's brilliant how many more products are available compared to even when William was diagnosed. It's continually evolving.
And now we're joined by Kate herself in the studio. Welcome, Kate.
Hello.
So how many recipes roughly have you got so far?
I must be into the hundreds by now. I've not actually counted them, but in the book there's approximately 88, and every week, every month, I'm just constantly making new recipes, developing, and putting my own twist on things that I like to make and things that I know that William would like to eat as well.
And have you got a favourite? Or has William got a favourite?
He does have a favourite. It's actually something that's been part in the family for quite a number of years from my grandmother, and it's a chocolate Swiss roll, and it's filled with lots of cream, lots of fruit, and got a chocolate orange flavour, and great to share with a big group of people, little or old.
Perfect.
That sounds pretty special. William is a lovely lad. It must though make life a bit trickier for you and for him as well, to know that you've got to monitor everything, to know that you've got to always make sure that anything that you come across, whether it's food or even other kinds of substances, that they are not going to aggravate him. How do you cope with that, day by day?
It's tricky. I mean, he was diagnosed when he was 18 months old, and he's now 5 years old. That's given us some time to adjust. But, he started school, he attended a nursery prior to that, and, it was okay when it was just us in the family unit. I could monitor completely. So it's opened up a whole new can of worms in terms of I've got to be able to trust other people at school, at nursery.
Do you find that difficult? Because I know, because I watch what I eat for my weight, and people always go, no, come on, it doesn't matter. And if I'm on a particular diet, they say, oh, well, you can still have this, can't you? And I say, no, I can't. And do you find that difficult, that people don't get it, that he just can't eat gluten?
It's definitely about educating people. Wherever we go, we've had group meetings with the school, we had nursery meetings with all the staff, just to make sure that everybody is fully informed at all times. And this happens at birthday parties as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, it must be really hard.
He's at the age where I can still attend with him, which is good, but, you know, his school, Full Neck School, have been absolutely fantastic. They just embraced his diet from the moment he started school. He was the first child to have celiac disease at the school ever. Yeah. So it was a learning curve for them too, so we're gradually kind of getting to grips with it.
Yeah. How do you think that the rest of I mean, in Leeds, all across the country, in fact, there are growing numbers of people. I think this is becoming something that the wider community are well aware of, or starting to become more aware of. How do you think they're actually coping with it? How do you think schools, you talk about Full Neck, they're doing very well, but other schools might be a little bit further behind. What can they do?
It varies completely. I've been lucky enough to be part of a forum that's specially for parents with children either having intolerance, another food allergy, or celiac themselves, and the scope of how it varies from school to school, area to area, is dramatic, really. So I think for anybody to just keep raising awareness, I think it's improved massively in restaurants, which is great, and it's continuing to evolve. The amount of products that are available to buy is increasing all the time. The supermarket aisles expanding all the time, which can only be a good thing. And I think there's two elements. For William, he has to follow that diet. But it's also quite popular that people are following a gluten-free lifestyle, which is completely separate. So again, I think it's been a good thing because it's also helped raise awareness for those with celiac, and improve the amount of products that are out on the market.
Definitely. So have you found, are you actually baking a lot of products for people who come specifically to you rather than just doing the recipe side of things?
I bake for my family initially, first and foremost, and it's kind of spread a little bit wider in terms of the forum that I mentioned, that people ask for ideas or inspiration or things they can make together as a family, or they need a quick meal. So it's been nice to be able to give something back, and that is one of my aims, is to try and help lots of people that are in similar situations to ours.
Yeah. I think, William, I don't know about you, but I could tell from the clip just then that the making of that must have been very hard. If you've got all those cakes right in front of you, I just want to eat them. I'm having it right now because we've got this on the table right here, and I just can't keep my hands off this. So what have we got here?
These are chocolate orange and ginger box cakes, and they're filled with lots of citrus. They've got edible flowers on top, and they're great for things like picnics, anyone's lunchbox, not just children, big kids and little ones.
I can't help myself.
What's the difference then between these and your average cake? Just the flour?
In this instance, yes, it's the flour specifically. Obviously, it's got its own butter in.
Yeah.
There's no cross-contamination from the rest of the family's butters. And those are the two main differences. It's got vanilla extract in, again, just to make sure it's 100% gluten-free, and the rest of the ingredients are all naturally gluten-free.
It looks so perfect as well. They're just like a gift. The flowers on there, it looks wonderful.
So you have a piece in The Guardian tomorrow, I believe.
That's right, it's going to be in the cook section, and it's one of my recipes from my book, and it's a seasonal... The theme was stewing, so whether it be something that was savoury or sweet, and I decided to go for a fruit-based kind of, it can be used as a topping, it could go on ice creams, it could go on cereals, porridge, etc. So it's quite versatile.
Wow.
And I photographed it myself as well.
Oh, perfect. Fantastic. And how's the app going?
The app is almost ready to launch, yes. It's an extension of my website and will include lots of different recipes. People can write in, send their recipes and have them on there as well. So it's building up a community. You don't need to have celiac disease or anything like that. You might just be looking for a brand new recipe to try. And it's going to be quite visual with lots of images and things that everybody can relate to.
Yeah, definitely. And lastly, tell us about the competition that you've just won. Congratulations.
Thank you. This was a national competition that I entered that was run by a gluten-free company called Delicious Alchemy, and we went through the process of making our own recipes of our choice that were 100% gluten-free, and they selected the 3 top ones that got voted, and I was lucky enough to be one of those. And we were set a showstopper challenge. It was almost on the back of Great British Bake Off, and obviously in a gluten-free vein. So we had to make a celebration cake that was at least 2 tiers. So I thought, not 2, not 3, let's go for 4.
Throw all the rules away. Throw all the rules.
All the rules.
Many tiers as you can get.
Yes, and so I decided to show their product off to the best of its ability, stripped it back, no icing, it was all about the sponge, and it incorporated more of the edible flowers, and they were all seasonally based with lots of fresh autumnal fruits.
Oh, perfect. We'll have to grab a few pictures of you. We can pop them on our Twitter page, can't
I
we?
think so. And I think, you know what, I think without saying anything else, we should just toast your success in the competition, in everything, and in raising awareness for this as well. Toast it with a cake.
Toast it with a cake. Why not?
Wow, thank you.
Come on, Leanne. Which one do you want?
I'll go for the one in the middle.
Come on, have that. Look at that.
Wow.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Join us tomorrow on the bucket list because we'll have much more going on. We've got what's on all over town. We've got more food. We'll be at Trinity Kitchen. So see you then.
See you then.
There we go.
Watching it. Oh, I need to see it.